Beth, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You bet. What's going on, Beth?
I have worked at a job for about 2 years, and I was accepted a position that I worked really hard at, but it wasn't my ultimate goal in that job position. I was given the opportunity to accept my dream job, which is in corporate communications with this same company. But then as that particular time drew near in which I would begin that position, my boss told me that they couldn't put me in that job yet. They didn't have the finances for it. There were a lot of excuses. And so I continued with the same job that I had. At that time, I realized that my future with this company was going to be short term, and I went back to school, and I'm currently in an online program that I love to help me get the job that I want. And in the meantime, I've been listening to your show and doing lots of things to try to put my mind and my heart in the right place and try to move forward. This job, they ended up giving this job to another person who was less qualified.
Is this the dream job that you mentioned earlier that they gave you a bunch of excuses for?
Yes.
Not the one you're currently in?
Not the job I currently have.
Okay.
So my boss told me that job was, they needed me to stick with the job that I had, and that they were going to outsource the communications position,
right,
which was not true. That was not true. They ended up hiring someone to do that job. And so I tried to take the high road. My husband's been giving me pep talks to try to get through this year while I finished school. In the meantime, and that was the final straw, lying about telling me that this job wasn't going to exist. That was the final straw.
It was absolutely a kick right in the gut.
It was.
So
and
did you quit?
Felt that way. So when I wrote to your show, I told my husband what I did, and I'm sorry if I cry, but
it's okay.
He said that he did not want me to return to the job. He didn't realize how this had been weighing on my heart and my mind, and it was turning me into a person that I didn't want to be. And so I did quit. I quit 4 or 5 days ago. I sent in my letter of my letter of resignation. I also emailed, and I took the high road. I said the things that I had other goals and career goals and education goals in mind. So I took the high road. I did not bring up the past. However, I don't feel like I have truly been heard, because
so you're calling with. So you're calling me. Okay, so you're struggling with, you feel like you wanted to throw a couple punches and you didn't. You turned the other cheek, you walked away, and you're just, it's eating at you a little bit. So what's your question for me? What's your specific question? How can I help?
Well, I feel like I want to be a whistleblower and expose this person for many injustices.
Who would you expose the bad person to?
The clients
what good
that are paying. I feel like my story is not unique. I think what has happened to me has happened to many people. But what is the
outcome? What is the outcome that you want? Let's just say that you contacted all of these clients and told them about this person who lied to you, rejected you, devalued you, did other things probably to other people, whatever. What do you want the outcome to be? Want those people, once those clients hear this, what do you want them to do?
Well, I want them to demand that this person is replaced with a a leader who
So
deserves
the outcome
that
is
position.
you want your leader to be fired, your former leader.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then how would that make you feel?
Well, I wouldn't go back there and work.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you that. I asked you, how will it make you feel if you were able to engineer a process that then led to the firing of your former boss? How would it make you feel?
I would feel some justice for me, for myself, and the.
Do you think?
Abuse.
I get it, but I'm asking you, would you be happy that they got fired? I know this is real, but you called me. You called me, and we're talking about something very real. Now you got to be real with me, and you got to stop explaining. You need to start answering because I'm leading you somewhere very purposefully. Would you be happy if your former boss got fired?
I would not be happy.
What would you be? And don't tell me justice. I get all that. What would your emotion be?
I would feel peace.
I'm going to tell you that you would not. Because what that leader created inside of you was feelings of anger, hurt, frustration. Am I right?
Yes.
And then he also, or she also, created thoughts that you weren't good enough and that they didn't care about you. Is that true?
Yes.
And so now
I know those things are not true.
I know they're not. But listen, I know they're not. But it doesn't take away from the fact that you're a human being with a heart. And you got hurt. And those emotions are real and raw, and we're hearing them right now. But the point that I'm making is you going to those clients and trying to get that person fired will not make you feel better. It won't heal you. In fact, it has the potential to blow up on you. Some of these clients, they may or may not believe you. They might not do what you want. And you come across looking as though you've got a vendetta and that you're bitter. And as opposed to going, you know what? I'm moving on. I know I'm not supposed to be back there. So nothing I do is going to change the fact that I was hurt. Nothing that I do towards that company or that leader is going to lead to healing. The only thing that will lead to healing is forgiveness. And so I'm going to suggest to you that you don't do what you want to do and you don't go for justice, but you go for healing. And I think that the only way you get healing is through forgiveness. And you just got to go, I forgive them. I don't know what was going on in their life. I don't know why they treated me that way. I don't know what was going on there. I'm never going to know. And I'm okay with that because here's what I know is true. And this is what I want you to hear from me.
Okay.
You were created to fill a unique role. You were needed. You must do it. And it just means we're going to do it somewhere else. And we're going to take these lessons and we're going to take the wounds and we are going to learn and heal. I'm going to learn from the lessons. I'm going to heal from the wounds. And then I'm going to move forward stronger than ever. You got it? You got it. Beth, you're better than that boss. Live that out.